Hello, everybody. First of all, thank you very much for taking your time to participate in today's session. It's great to see so many people showing interest in our SAP S/4HANA movement program, and I hope you will enjoy the next few minutes. As you heard in previous sessions already, our SAP S/4HANA movement program framework structures the most important SAP and partner assets, tools, and engagements into 4 pillars. Align on vision and strategy, build the case, plan the path forward, and deliver business value. In the next few slides, I would like to take a few minutes to provide you an insight into the key components of your third step on your journey to S4, plan the path forward. In this step, we're looking at the product options that need to be considered, the deployment strategies available, and the implementation approach that fits the first 2 criteria. In this critical step, you need to understand the differences of the various implementation approaches, such as system conversion, new implementation, or selective data transition. The selection of your deployment strategy, cloud, any-premise, or hybrid, will define your future landscape, and understanding the pros and cons is essential. Our must-read papers with tens of thousands of downloads will help you getting a better understanding. But let's have a closer look. SAP S/4HANA is SAP's next generation business suite, delivered out of one code line, semantic model, and user experience. You can consume it as a product on any premise, deployed on your own data center, on a hyperscaler infrastructure, or in HANA Enterprise Cloud, also called HEC. Or you can consume S/4HANA as a service, as SAP S/4HANA Cloud. With that, this solution offers customers a choice of consumption, which is a unique differentiator in the market. No matter whether we talk about SAP S/4HANA any-premise or cloud, it can be run on different infrastructures, like hyperscalers. In case SAP S/4HANA is consumed as a cloud service, SAP owns the governance of the solution. In case S4 is consumed as a product, the governance of the solution is with the customer, but can of course be handled over a third party like SAP as a part of a classic software application managed service. Here you see the major differences between the 2 worlds. To highlight only a few, you see that SAP S/4HANA Cloud as a service offers a greenfield or new implementation approach, whereas on any premise you can follow greenfield or conversion. Also, extensibility varies immensely. As you can leverage in-app side-by-side for the cloud solution, the on-prem S4 offers unlimited customer specification customization, modification, and extensibility. Companies with a clear commitment towards a cloud strategy have to look into 3 key aspects when evaluating SAP S/4HANA Cloud. First, the functional scope, such as the supported business processes, as well as regulatory, industry, and localization support. 2, standardization versus extensibility and configurability, asking yourself what options and extensibility mechanisms can be used to enhance a standard process. And third, deployment and operations, identifying how the complete solution is provisioned, managed, and operated from an IT point of view. When moving to S4, one of the biggest questions is, how do I move? The 2 most common and traditional approaches are system conversion and new implementation, where you, in simple terms, either copy your entire system, including data, into S4, or you start on a blank system. A selective data transition goes beyond a standard new implementation or conversion. It includes a host of options related to the handling of software and data provisioning, requiring additional expert services and tools to accomplish. This approach combines flexible redesign of business processes with retaining historical data aligned to a new business reality. But how do these 3 options compare in a little bit more detail way? System conversion eventually is a technical upgrade to convert your current ERP system to S4. System conversion is a well-guided process supported by several tools and utilities provided by SAP for both analysis and execution. Nearly half of SAP ERP customers opt for conversion. That's why SAP continuously optimizes the tools to assist customers in the conversion process and to eliminate the manual labor through automation. But most notably, a system conversion preserves your assets, including data, processes, and custom code. However, you should assess the perceived value of these assets very diligently. The new technologies, new business practices, and the change in business environment may have rendered some of these obsolete. The new implementation, or greenfield, is most commonly used in two scenarios: business model changes that imply rethinking the way a company makes money, or business process re-engineering, such as consolidating from numerous order-to-cash process variants into just a few. In either case, a new implementation provides you with the ability to build the new system with the SAP model company services and best practice packages, build the new system with a clear core, and roll out the solution on a company code-by-code basis to worldwide locations rather than in a big bang approach. Though a new implementation typically comes with higher effort, it enables you to use the full innovations of S4 from day one. But besides these two standard options, there's one new approach: selective data transition. It allows customers to pick and choose when it comes to the extent of business data. You can selectively migrate historical data where needed, but choose a new implementation-like approach where not required. There's a great variety of scenarios for selective data transition. One way to structure these scenarios is by answering the following key questions. Does your IT landscape have more than one ERP system? If so, do you intend to consolidate them? How do you build the target system? Through new installation or conversion? And how will you migrate the data to the new system? And how much data must you migrate? These advantages provide clear benefits and value drivers for selective data transition through finding the right balance between redesign and reuse. By retaining your current process model with selective adjustment and having a fast-track build of baseline system, reduce your risk of scope creep and therefore save efforts. But also leveraging the flexible options to handle business data and to align business value of data to cost will help you lowering your TCO. Those two, in combination with the transition to S4 with a single instance strategy, you can shorten your time to value. Lastly, I'd like to make you aware of our must-read papers. All these topics and many, many more are covered in our free of charge documents, which are being updated regularly. The SAP S/4HANA Manifesto, for example, is a white paper that provides detailed guidance for senior IT leadership to some of the most pressing questions, such as, do current business processes support my long-term strategy? Is my move to SAP S/4HANA driven by business or IT? Can I convert SAP ERP to S/4HANA in a single step? The custom code white paper, on the other hand, provides detailed guidance about the key aspects of dealing with custom code during an SAP S/4HANA implementation, looking at questions like, how does SAP redefine extensibility of an enterprise application? Can I adopt SAP best practices, or will I retain past customizations? What tools do I use when? Or why lift and shift may not be such a good decision? With that, I would like to thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoyed my brief overview about your third step, plan the path forward. Please take the time and have a look into our other SAP S/4HANA movement sessions. And with that, I would like to thank you again. Have a great day. Goodbye.